Coach. Thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And this one is incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
368!
Andy Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Dalton gives to Bernard. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. On the right side, caught by Green. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Dalton to Green for a Cincinnati first.
There's nothing like getting out of the gate and finding your favorite target. Andy Dalton just did that with A.J. Green.
And some people call that a nice fantasy football connection as well.
Yeah, they're piling up the points that way, and they want to see that continue.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
368!
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
We can talk about bend but don't break all we want, but the defense now, we're going to find out just how flexible and pliable they really are. Can they bounce back after that type of a run, that type of momentum against them, and find a way to slow down this offense?
A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Now a toss play to Bernard. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go.
They'll run here with Bernard. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
On the toss, Bernard. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Giovanni Bernard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Here we go. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
On the ground with their leading rusher from a season ago, it's Alex Collins. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That's a lot of beef thundering downfield off of the toss play, and it takes me back to when I was a kid and watching USC play. Remember the old toss that they ran? They used to call student body right or student body left because everyone was out in front of the ball carrier. In fact, one of their favorite plays, it was called rose stem right or rose stem left, depending on the formation. 28 toss. And 28 toss was their bread and butter.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Jackson now. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
Mike's 50.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And room there to work it inside the 25. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll run here with Pumphrey. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. 45. Gone.
That's going to be a long day.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Jackson to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct. And what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now, but later when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever is in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 82 yards. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Now, Barney.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. He finds an opening past the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety.
Over.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Over. Roy.
Over.
Jackson gonna throw again. And his throw here's incomplete. The linebacker Preston Brown there to knock that one away.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Watch him now, Barney. Over.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The Bengals getting set to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Regular. 368!
Got to be careful here. Dalton brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14.
Hey, get ready for something coming left.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this.
There you go, 368! Regular.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. Down the numbers, there he goes. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there, 83 yards. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half. He's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Now it's Jackson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Gone! Detroit! No gain on this defense, no gain.
From the gun, it's Jackson. That is incomplete. Sean Williams there defensively to break that one up.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
4 down.
Now let's go. 4
try and run for it with Collins. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now with Pumphrey. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Watch 35. Watch 35.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 2nd down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Tucker with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
Good.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll begin here with Bernard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Ravens. Ravens now, they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
All right, here we go.
They begin the drive with Pumphrey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Again, it's Pumphrey. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Tight is right. 4 down. Check. 34, eyes on 34.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
3 down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Watch him now, Barney.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carlos Dunlap. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
From the gun, Jackson on the move to his left. The quick feet by Jackson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a first down.
The sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a first and 10.
Gone. Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
Dash, go now. Shift.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Here's Bernard. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 3rd down from the gun, Dalton. And Eifert has it. And he's got this down to the 35. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll run again with Bernard. Finding room to the 20. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Giovanni Bernard with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at that time, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Jackson on 1st down. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Watch right.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Check 37.
Here's a 1st down run with Collins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun.
Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Down right around the 25. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Gun. Here we go now. 319. 319. Watch him now, Barney.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carl Lawson in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Right. Alert. 3 down.
Gun.
Go.
Gun. Detroit.
Jackson from the shotgun. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
And now running right through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Again, here's Bernard. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
52-44. Get ready for 57 over there.
They'll run it here with Bernard. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
2 by 2. Move.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Bernard shows the agility. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there for the Bengals. 44 yards on the ground. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Carry for Bernard. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on.